So Tristan, you're a Blaze guy?
I'm
Is that what we're figuring out right now? You're a Blaze guy?
Hey, it feels different. Huh?
Nice.
He's too good for that stuff I put him in earlier.
He said,
Right,
that cavity back,
right.
you can have it all.
What's up, guys? Back again with another video. We got a special video. We're going to be doing a club fitting finally. We're at 1.50 golf here in Gulfport, Mississippi. So let's go in and get this bad boy started.
Okay, yeah, and then just go ahead and hit a few, kind of get loose.
Okay.
Oh, I like your purse. It goes with your shoes.
Tristan, how often you getting to get out there?
Not crazy amount right now. I am a full-time student at USM.
Okay, cool.
But I'm trying to be out once a week at least.
Yeah.
Of course, for this tournament coming up,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out even more.
Where do you go to school at? You said Southern?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm in the architectural engineering
Okay.
program.
Where, how old are you?
I'm 28. Yeah, so I joined the Marine Corps after high school.
Awesome.
So now I'm using the GI Bill.
Awesome.
Kind of need to do something else, but I need to do something with my life here.
The architecture stuff, it's a lot of work. I went to Mississippi State and I had a friend of mine that went through that program up there.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
But I know that it's I don't know how y'all's is, but hers was very different than like our school. Lots more
Yes. Yeah.
like lots more hands-on.
Yes. Yeah, with studio and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
right.
is pretty cool, I think.
Absolutely.
Another thing we're gonna look at on this screen here, grab your club just to show you something. So, is the lie angle. So like what we'll see here, the machine measures what we call dynamic lie.
Okay.
So the lie angle of the club, keep it kind of simple, is that angle between the shaft and the ground,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So your club, when I measured it, was 63 degrees. And so if we use that as a reference, we can see you're coming in at 67. So that would be kind of a little more heel up in the air, toe down, right? And that can cause some contact issues, along with affecting where that face is pointed. So if I take this guy, point at you, I pick that heel up off the ground, see how it points my right, and vice versa. So in general, there's kind of a few schools of thought on how to fit for lie angle. We like to just try and get that club as flush with the ground as possible.
Okay.
And one thing that will help too is that we need to go a little bit longer for you.
Okay.
And so anytime you change length, you also affect that dynamic lie number. So if I kind of were to choke up, put that club flat with the ground, and then start lengthening it, see how that toe gets more up in the air, right? So that'll affect it a little bit as well. So anyway, kind of with that being said, I want to go ahead and start you off here. We'll just go ahead and start with that AI smoke.
Okay.
Just as good a jumping off point as any.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And for our point kind of earlier, we discussed a little bit. So this is going to be a little bit lighter shaft. We're going to try graphite here. As far as like steel goes, yours are about as light as they get.
Okay.
So not saying we won't kind of stick with, maybe try some other stuff like that, but again, just jumping off here, the Callaway AI smoke, and this can be the hazardous silver shaft. And what we're gonna do here is tag both these things. So AI smoke, this will be the silver. And basically what that'll do is just keep our data organized. So just go ahead and hit like 3 or 4 with that guy for me. We're trying to get an idea of kind of what works, what doesn't.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Does it feel like a bunch longer? Can you tell a big difference?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figured.
That looked better. That looked better.
Just keep in mind, it's a process, so
Right. I'm trying to get in mind of Low too, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So what we're seeing is that maybe kind of theory's not quite work. Go ahead and hit one more.
All right.
A little better. So just kind of pull it. Okay. So what we'll see here, though, my computer will act right. So here we go. So impact height, right? That's going to tell us kind of, you know, in essence, how if it's chunked or not or what. But so 14 millimeters high, and then that guy was 8, and it was a heavier head, heavier shaft, heavier everything, right? So that kind of theory starting to look like may not be super sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that guy out of there.
They're talking about the theory of it being
Of going lighter, right?
Yeah.
So maybe not quite working out the way I had hoped. So okay,
Right.
cool.
Right.
So what I want to do is I got a couple more heads I want you to try here,
Some super light.
and then we'll kind of have a discussion about all this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously not swinging the best right now. Trying to get comfortable in here, but this is fun. Having a good time.
I got your blade for you next.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be interesting. I want to get that on camera.
I'm gonna swap with you here.
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be that Cali Apex MB.
All right. Yeah, that bad boy. Jeez Louise. Jeez.
Here's your butter knife.
Yeah, no kidding. First time ever hitting him. Is it a blade?
It is, yeah.
Jeez.
And then this is gonna be the Modus 105 Reg.
Sounded beautiful.
So yeah.
This will be interesting. Just like pure.
That
Might need them.
that brother, that sounded decent.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah,
Mhm.
they were good.
I need to shut up. I'm getting excited for him.
Yeah, not too.
You can teach us something here. Go ahead. I'm just messing around.
Yeah, this is fun. I like
Let's
this.
see one more.
Yeah. That was pure. Pure. That was really good.
Let me see that club head.
So,
Blades.
Yeah, it's nasty.
here we go. I actually think we did learn a little something here.
That's what I'm
That
talking
guy.
about, man.
Probably our best contact yet, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe
Surprising.
Focus a little bit more. But to our point earlier, and I talked about it a little bit with that T200. But you know, a lot of times if we can get you that higher for you, that's going to be a good indicator that it's being hit solid. And also, with your tendency to hit low, higher is going to go a little bit further.
Okay.
Probably, maybe not in every case, but
Right.
what we'll see is that go shorter. Actually goes just as far as anything else, right? And so that may give us kind of some good insight into what we need to do going forward. So I got one more head I want you to try.
Okay.
And you hit that AI smoke fairly good, I would say.
Okay.
And they make a high lunch version. So again, this is not going to be like a blade or
Yeah.
a club that's anywhere near this. It's meant to be forgiving, but it's also not going to have quite a strong loft. It's going to be meant to be up in the air,
Right.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
This is going to be the
Okay.
same exact shaft in this AI Smoke HL.
Yeah.
One second here. So it'll be kind of a good comparison too. So go ahead, fire away.
Sorry.
And I'm just been handing you stuff that's too forgiving. Usually you get some hard to hit stuff.
Yeah.
Weird.
Have you ever seen that before?
So I've seen people that, I've seen like maybe not to this extent, but
Yeah.
like I've definitely seen people that when they get something. So Ping actually made what they call a blueprint.
Mhm.
They have a new version of it out now, but when they originally made it, the idea was that they just wanted to make the smallest club they've ever made.
Yeah.
And what they found was that, well, this was with tour pros now, not with everyday people, that
Yeah.
when they made a club smaller, the pros actually hit it closer to the center more often, just because
Oh.
they had to. I think part of this, maybe, is it. So, like, obviously, you didn't hit the first few great with that one,
Right.
but that was probably our best shot yet. And again, higher.
Yeah.
Club that's meant to go far, actually. We get to carry 142, which, as you can see, is our best yet.
Right.
But what I kind of am interested in is looking at these. So we compare these heads, right? So like, I think when we get to like this AI smoke head, the normal one, I just think it's a little too low launching. I don't think we're ever going to be able to get that height up quite enough.
Yeah.
Whereas I know this T200, you maybe didn't hit the best, but I think that style of club is maybe going to be better. So going back to like this blade that again is not meant to go far, and you hit it on average just as far as anything else we tried, right?
Yeah.
So I'd like to maybe kind of rethink what we were thinking here, and then again, a lot of the stuff you hit pretty good was in the heavier end of some of the stuff we were trying, right? So I think what I want to do is I think we know kind of where we need to be shaft wise. Maybe just go grab some heads that on the surface aren't quite as forgiving, but I think for you may end up resulting in the best stuff, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, all things being equal, this club's going to go a little bit further and be a little bit more forgiving, but it's still going to generate lots of spin, right?
Yeah.
So cool. Hopefully you just do that every time.
Yeah, right?
It'd be good to go.
Absolutely.
That'd be nice. God, dude. Is it?
Took a little while, but we're getting you figured out.
Yeah, man. It's like, what is going on here? That dude just.
So look,
I was telling him Blades will
I know
never.
it's only 2 swings, but
Yeah.
just does not want to let me do this right now.
Yeah. Let me get this over here. Sorry.
No, you good? Look at that right there, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, especially compared to what we've seen most of the day.
Yeah.
That high heel shot, right?
Right.
So
It's,
cool.
it's feeling really good.
Yeah, awesome.
Face feels really good.
Go ahead and hit like one more there.
Okay.
I mean, dude, that's night and day for most of the stuff we've seen.
For real.
In terms of the contact, you can just hear it. So here you go. So I took most of them out because they just weren't what we were looking for.
Right.
I mean, how much better is that, right?
Yeah.
And so again, just want to keep the sample sizes kind of small right now. That's one that I'm sure we'll go back and hit again.
Yeah.
Just because we want to go back and hit the top, whatever, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is.
Right.
But cool. So that definitely, I think we're along the right train of
Yeah,
thought
now we're
there.
on. Yeah.
Cool, chunky. Sounded better.
Felt better, yeah. Oh, dang, I felt my swing on that one. Much better. 145 basically.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So he's definitely got something going on.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and hit one more.
Sir.
A little chunky. So probably not quite as good as that last one, but still better than most of the stuff we've hit today.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Cool. So we got like a couple pretty good strikes in there. Pattern just wasn't quite as good as the other one, but. Okay, this is gonna be the Strixon ZX7.
Jeez Louise. Which thinner? Plus 2, about the same?
Should be about the same.
Okay.
Not crazy different than anything
Okay.
else.
Yeah.
Not pretty good.
Yeah. Felt,
Felt really good.
yeah, felt,
Just hit side, come with a ball speed.
yeah,
It's just flush, man. I don't understand it.
yeah, felt good.
So we got 3 really good options up there for you, right? All good groupings, all being hit solid. So we just want to have like a little discussion about the differences between them. And so what we'll see, so again, if we kind of look at our main parameters here, carry distance, peak height, spin, landing angle, right? And so the spin's relatively similar with all of them.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about, in terms of RPMs, 100 here or there is not like gonna, that's a rounding error, right? So very, very similar. In terms of the distance, you can see that T150 went a little bit further at 142 versus 137 and 136.
Is that average?
That's an average.
Just doing
Yeah,
that, okay,
yeah,
cool.
correct. And then peak height here at 61 is slightly better than that TX7 and the Apex Pro at 58, 56. So I think right now that's our winner. What I want to kind of do is just go back to all of them, have you hit a few more with each one,
Okay.
and then when we get them this close too, some of this falls just on your opinion. So if there's one that you
Which one
really
feels-
like,
Yeah.
so let's say that, I say that you're hitting the T150 the best, right? But that Apex Pro, that green cluster right there, you're like, man, I just love this one.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they're so similar.
They're so similar.
Right? That
Right,
you're,
right.
you're not making a bad decision by
Right.
going based off that. And,
Right.
we all know this game's mental.
Absolutely.
So if one's going to give you a little more confidence or something, just
Absolutely.
don't be scared to voice that
Shy about
opinion.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to hand you this T150 again. Give me 1 second to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad you wanted to hit a blade.
Yeah, can you imagine like, nah, I've heard blades are gotta be pro, gotta be Ricky Fowler. I'm not him.
That's why I'm always open to ideas, man. I'm not
Yeah.
always, I don't claim to always be right.
Right.
Things that I don't think work all the time.
So my swing's a little funky. I'm gonna try and get comfortable. I don't think I'm gonna hit anything.
No, you're good.
All right, let's just rip this thing.
Go ahead.
No, let's just nice and easy actually. I don't know what it's up. That was like Healy.
A little high on the face, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, kind of healing. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and set a couple for me. So this gives me the AI Smoke Max. This is a Cypher 5.5, 10.5 degree, just kind of everything pretty standard. Just trying to get watching a couple drives. Sound a little more solid. That was better.
Yeah, I feel better. Much better.
Awesome. Yeah, so it looks like kind of the biggest thing maybe you're going to fight a little bit is just that spin creeping up a touch on us. Figure out how to get it dialed in for you.
For sure.
This could be the Ping G430 Max 10K.
Okay. That's really good. That's beautiful. Wow.
1 second here.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the other thing. I've been wanting to get fitted for so long, but it's like, if I'm not hitting good, go get fitted, and it's like,
Yeah, I would say the driver's probably a little more difficult than the irons. The irons, a lot of that stuff doesn't really change that much depending on how you're hitting it, right?
Yeah. I've worked data too. I'm sure it shows
Well, and then
more consistently.
yeah, so like I would say that the irons, right? Like actually, particularly in your case, you start off maybe not hitting it your best.
Right.
But it's not like, so the only thing I could see that would happen is sometimes maybe we'd fit somebody into something more forgiving than they maybe otherwise would have gotten fit into if they hit
Right.
if they were hitting it really flush.
Right.
We actually kind of, with you, almost went the opposite way,
Right,
right?
right,
So
right.
anyway, so it's not like you're gonna come in there and hit it better, and it's like, well, you need different stuff because we already went less forgiving than some of the stuff we tried first, right? So anyway.
That is true, which is good theoretically. And you said like getting forgiving, you go play, and then you're like, man, something ain't right.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could really see
Right.
happening, changing all that.
Right.
Most of the properties of swing don't change too much depending on if you're hitting it good or bad.
I got you.
It's gonna be a little high.
Yep. It was.
And and really not necessarily. I mean, it was a little high on the face, but that's not really as much what I meant. I meant more like it just launched really high.
No, yeah. Oh, like okay.
That makes sense. I can see what I was looking at launch angle there, so 17 degrees. That's pretty high.
I got you. Okay.
Interesting.
It didn't feel too bad, yeah.
So this is supposed to be like the most forgiving driver on the market.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be a little right, maybe.
Oh, here, I'm sorry, Miles. Let me zoom that in a little bit, man. I wasn't trying to get you in the video.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Best ball speed, I think.
Yeah, I tried to swing harder.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So let's just look at this real quick here. You actually hit it. If anything too high, so it's 95 feet.
Yeah.
It's a little higher than I'd like to see it. I'd rather probably see it closer to like that 76 number.
Right.
And you can see the spin on both of them a little too high. And so that's going to be caused by a few things. So shaft and head are going to contribute to it, for sure. So
Okay.
some heads are more spinny than others.
Okay.
But like if it's going too high, it's probably going to spin too much. Like those two
Right.
things just loft. Nothing changes spin like loft.
Okay.
So I could hand you the highest spinning head ever. If it has 2 degrees of loft, it's not going to spin. If it has, I hand you the lowest spinning head ever. It's got 15 degrees of loft. It's going to spin. So anyway.
Okay.
So with that being said, I'm actually going to swap you here. The good news is that these are all adjustable, so you can always be out there on the course and it's a little off, something adjust a little bit.
Okay.
But this is going to be the QI10, and then this is going to be a little bit heavier shaft. This is going to be the Tensei Blue 65 reg here.
Gotta be good.
Yeah, let's just off the bottom a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so what we'll see too is that contact's going to play a big part in spin.
Yeah.
So basically, the pretty good way of remembering this is that the ball wants to spin back toward the center of mass. So anything with a head cover, basically just because that center of gravity is kind of a good distance behind the face. It's this thing called gear effect, but if you hit it low on the face, it's going to want to spin, have more backspin, get to that middle. Heel is going to have kind of cut spin, more backspin.
Yeah.
Toe is going to be more draw bias, have less backspin.
Okay.
Higher is going to have less backspin up to a certain point. At a certain point, when you start getting it too high,
Yeah.
it kind of pops it up, and anyway, it gets a little different. But yeah,
Right.
yeah. So in general, we'd love to see obviously the middle of the face, but slightly high in the toe is going to go a lot of times just as far as
Yeah.
head out of the center,
Yeah. Okay.
just due to the physics of it.
Right. Well, I'm gonna try and hit a draw here
Okay.
because my driver, it's like if I'm just swinging, it feels like I'm just
Yeah.
frantically swinging.
Gotcha.
Let's try and draw. Way out. Put my shoulder possibly there. Like blocked
Yeah,
right
see,
to-
yeah. You kind of just blocked it there.
Terrible. Terrible. Okay. But
Yeah, so that just the face just didn't quite get shut. You got that pathway out to the right, like
Yeah.
you needed to.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
Interesting.
Didn't feel bad. You know. Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad shot. I was gonna try and hit.
Pound this.
What did you say?
Pound this.
Oh.
It said pound this one.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, I need to change something up here. Not
One
right
a little
though.
faster. It's going right.
Yeah.
Maybe because that shaft's a little heavier. I'm not sure. Because the other ones weren't quite going. You kind of see the difference there, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like his hips were literally facing the screen in that content. You swing down.
Yeah,
You're
my,
really, dude, you're doing an awesome job, man. Them blades, I cannot believe you're used to like blades or your.
I know. I'm about to
That's
just hit like a
absolutely
3-iron.
mind-blowing. Huh?
I'm not gonna hit a driver anymore, man. Just suck
You
it
don't.
up.
You really don't have to. If you have
What
blades.
irons did you go with?
The Srixon, there's 3 of them. The Srixon, the Apex, and the Titleist. I can't really remember that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
ZX7?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a
yeah.
good one.
Yeah. Yeah, they feel great.
I like the Mizuno. Dude, Mizuno's feel so good. You might like Mizuno's.
Yeah, can you imagine? Oh, we have to restart everything, so, can you hit this bell again like 20 times?
Yeah, man. If you don't
Or
mind,
like
make
five
a-
times.
Hey, we gotta start the whole process over.
Yeah.
Right. I'm wearing a 10-finger glove with only 5 fingers, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, build different.
I know, can you imagine? That'd be the coolest thing ever, Miles. That'd be cool. Like, I'm out there with, like this, with iron, like an iron hitting this way.
You'd be the most
Go up on
unique,
the driver.
you'd be the most unique person in golf.
Literally.
Have one armed golfer
Let's do
that does everything righty except the driver.
Yep, yep.
Go ahead and hit like a couple more with that one. I actually thought you hit the Callaway driver really good. It just
Yeah.
spun a little too much.
Right.
We're just gonna see if we can kind of get that part dialed in a little bit.
Right. What am I doing, Seth? Sorry. You're good, man.
Try to get tricky.
I'm gonna try and show this one.
Feel good?
Yeah.
Feel good?
All right, guys. Well, I got a new bag and everything. I got fitted with the Srixon ZX7s. I've already been playing with them a little bit. I'm loving how they're feeling. I also went with the AI Smoke driver. That and got a 3-wood. I didn't hit any 3-woods at the fitting, and I got them to order me the shortest length of a 3-wood. So hitting little stingers with this thing. This thing is beautiful. You'll see it. I'll throw up some pictures and everything of it. But yeah, got a new bag and everything. And yeah, had a great time. Thank you so much. Shout out to Miles and 1.50 for fitting me. Had a great time doing that. A lot of learning experience there, which was really cool. And yeah, we're getting ready for our first North American One Arm Golf Association Championship. It's in California. We're leaving the end of this week. It's gonna be a 4-day tournament. Very excited about that. I got the green light to record, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna be posting a lot about that. Very excited, very blessed. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, we'll catch you later. Peace.